welcome to the Marine Barbella channel. So let's start with Marine Barbella. Who is Marine Barbella? My name's Kayla. The Marine is that I am a Marine. I did 5 years in the Marine Corps as an armorer, so fixing guns. Every gun that the Marine Corps utilizes, I learned how to work on. Apart from like the Marine Corps sniper rifle and things like that, because that's a special MOS. So there was only very few things that I could even do with an M40A6 while I was in the Marine Corps. The Barbella portion of my name is I am a fitness lover. I love especially functional fitness, and I especially love throwing around a barbell. So I give you the Marine Barbella. Currently, I am a firearms manager for an exchange, a Marine Corps exchange, and so I sell firearms for a living, and I absolutely love it, and I love being part of the firearms community. So I'm going to use this channel for that. I will be using this channel continued for gaming and such, as well as I love badass cars, and then I will do maybe a portion of fitness and health type stuff. So today we're going to dive in and we're going to go with the bulk of the firearms that I own. I will do a separate video for the other ones that I'm kind of getting into. So today we're going to start off, and if you can figure out what my favorite manufacturer is by the end of this video, I'll give you brownie points. So we're going to start off with the first firearm I ever purchased for myself. Now, years ago, I was gifted a shotgun, a single shot break action shotgun, 20 gauge, when I was like, I don't know, 12 or 13. And, you know, my dad thought he needed the money and sold it, and I haven't seen it since. But the first firearm I ever purchased for myself was a firearm that when it came out, I was super intrigued, loved the look of it, and, you know, just wanted it so bad that when I was in the Marine Corps, we did a unit shoot. They told us we could bring our own guns, and I told my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, hey, I'm going down to the gun store and I'm buying a gun. And off I went. So the first firearm I ever purchased was the Springfield Armory Saint. Now, there are two different versions of this one. Mine is the BCM version. So this has the BCM gunfighter furniture on it. So the grip, the stock, and the handguard are all BCM gunfighter pieces. Mine does unfortunately have the A-frame as opposed to the flip-up sights front and back. But this thing's amazing. I took it out that first time, and you know, 100 yards hitting steel targets with iron sights, no problems. This thing ran great. I didn't have any issues with it, like malfunctioning or nothing. The coloring on this, I did myself. I just got a paint marker and filled in the letters because, you know, the black and red is kind of the theme for the Saint. And so that's what I ended up doing with this one, and I like it. I love the way it turned out. Here recently, as I was really debating using this as a competition gun, I decided to try out the foregrip. So this is the Magpul vertical foregrip on a piece of M-lock Picatinny. So the Picatinny is fixed into the M-lock on the rail system, and then the vertical grip is attached. I absolutely love this thing. I think it's great. The iron sights are actually metal as opposed to plastic, so they're a very good set of sights, and this thing has just been great. I love the grip and the stock and everything on it, but for the competitions I want to do, it's just not necessarily fitting for what I would want to do with it. So back when I bought this in 2020, 2020 when I bought this thing was $850. And it's been a great rifle. It came with a PMag like they always do. And then Springfield is awesome, and when you put in for the warranty on your firearms with them, you get a 15% off discount in their store. So that includes magazines, barrels, clothing, drinkware, all the stuff that's on their website. So actually, when I bought this and I put the warranty in on this, I went and got more PMags for it. So I ended up, I think, getting like 4 PMags for 15% off. And so I have some extras, and I love this thing. All right, so we will start with the second one I ever purchased. Well, technically this is the third. So the second gun I ever purchased was my first handgun. And I bought it with the intention to carry it. I ended up not carrying it because it just didn't work for a petite female to carry. And I know that petite females go out and carry full-size handguns all the time and they don't have any issues. Me, I couldn't figure it out, and I just didn't like the feel of it. So my first handgun was actually a Taurus G2C. Great gun, didn't have any issues with it. I used it for my concealed carry course. I shot with it, no malfunctions, nothing. I ran Blazer 115 grain ammunition through it, and I never had any issues with it. It was great. Currently, it is sitting in my gun cabinet, completely torn apart because I started a Cerakote job on it, and the airbrush that I chose to use for it didn't really work out, and the paint sprayer I had was way too big. So I currently have another sprayer en route to hopefully get that finished and then continue some Cerakote jobs on my other firearms. So the next gun that I purchased was hard to find. It was during COVID time, so they were very few and far between, and they were a little more on the expensive side, but I had to have it. So that is the Springfield Armory St. Victor pistol. So this bad boy has a 7.5-inch barrel. It has the blast diverter in the front and the hand stop. I got to shoot this thing very early last year. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's got the flat trigger on it, and then it's got, the free float rail with the M-lock and everything. And this thing, this thing's just fun. This also has the BCM grip, the same one that's on my my other Saint, and I love the feel of these grips. They really are amazing. And then when I worked at my previous gun store, the optic is one that I bought from SOUSA. So the cool thing that I really liked about this one, it turns on and off, and then it also has multiple reticles, so you can do so you can do just the red dot, or you can do the red dot with the circle reticle, and it's just the coolest thing. I genuinely love it. I was going to get one of their pistol optics, but it seems like they've discontinued them, so I'm not really sure kind of where their company stands at this point. But this optic is great. I absolutely enjoy it. It does have the riser on it, which you can take off. I think in the box there's a shorter one. We'll go over some more maybe of that at some other time. And then at some point I will do a video in depth more on all these firearms for each one. But yeah, this thing is so much fun. I haven't decided what I want to do color wise with this one yet, but hopefully sometime in the future I can get this one Cerakoted as well. All right, we're moving right along. So this is the second handgun I purchased. This handgun has been my everyday carry for, it's been a little over a year that I bought this one. I did not like these when they first came out. I just was not a fan. When I first worked at the other gun store, didn't like them. Just didn't think that they were all that great. They felt like they were hard to rack, all that stuff. But then the more that I kind of had my hands on them and seen them, they started to grow on me, and I actually started to grow a liking for them. So the second handgun I ever purchased was this. So this is the Hellcat, so Springfield Armory Hellcat RDP. So this one is compensated. So this is the Hellcat Micro with a compensator. And then I got mine with the Shield SMSC optic already on it. This is a $300 optic. So, and then in my store right now, so I bought this on First Line. Springfield Armory has a discount called the First Line discount. It is a first responders discount. So law enforcement, military, EMTs, things like that, you can find these and you can purchase this on a First Line discount. And it's a pretty significant, I mean, you're talking somewhere close to $100 you're saving, if not more. So I bought this one, and the Springfield pistols come with this awesome little pouch. They also come in a box, but they come with this awesome little pouch, which opens up, and there's a spot where you can slide, 1 or 2 mags. Typically, like the Hellcats, I can fit 2 mags in here if you put them in there just right, and then still fit the pistol inside. So the pistol just lay here and then put the mags in here. So these are great way to protect the gun and whatever. And then the rifles do come with their own case as well. So like the shorter one comes with its own short little case. There's 2 mag pouches on the outside, and then on the inside there's actually Velcro straps for you to strap the gun into the case so that it's not sliding around while you're carrying it. So those other 2 both have their own cases, and then each of the handguns has their own. So I got this one. I got 2 15-round mags, and then I got 2 10-round mags with this. So I got that, the compensator, everything, for a little over $800 on the First Line discount. Now, mind you, that was over a year ago, so prices have maybe changed a little bit. I know in my store right now, I have this one not on the First Line discount. And I think it comes with, I want to say it's an 11 and a 13-round mag for well over $900, and that's optic and everything. So I saved quite a bit of money buying this on the First Line discount. This also has a self-indexing compensator. So there's a notch in the barrel. So when you put the compensator on, it's going to click into place so that you don't have to worry about timing or anything. So this thing is great. The 10-round mags are flush. So they're a little shorter. And then your 15-round mag is fully extended. So you get a little bit more of a grip out of it. And I love this thing. It's been great. I've had no issues. I went out and shot this one last year as well. We got to do a range and we went out and I shot this, and oh my gosh, this thing was amazing. I didn't find it to be too snappy or anything, and I just absolutely loved it. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so the last 3 that I have, these were all bought on the First Line discount as well. So take a guess of what the last 3 manufacturer is on them. So these next 2 I actually purchased together because there are some tactical fitness competitions that I want to do in the future. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to go out and get the competition guns that I want and just be done and not have to worry about it. So I went out and bought, so the competition I want to do, tactical fitness, involves pistol and rifle. So it's a 2-gun match, and it involves fitness and shooting. So getting your heart rate up and then, attempting to shoot and being good and accurate with it. So for my pistol, I decided to get the Springfield Armory Echelon. These were released last year, so they haven't been out very long, but this is SIG's competition to the P320. So this is a modular system. So this gun operates off of the trigger mechanism in here is the only thing that's serialized. Now you'll see the serial number on the slide and stuff, but that's just what they do with them. so that you know, like, this is the slide to that gun or whatever. But you can swap out the grips, you can swap out barrels, slide, whatever you want to do. And like I said, I will do a more in-depth video to kind of explain what these are. But this thing fits over 30 optics, which is great. So I figured I can go with any optic I want. If I want to swap out the grip for smaller or whatever, I will. Now, I already did the plus side with Echelon versus the 320 is with the 320, in order to get a smaller grip, you have to swap out the entire grip. With the Echelon, it has back straps. And this comes with all three. So this comes with the small, medium, and large. The medium is what was on it when I purchased it. I put the small on there because, you know, I don't have very big hands. And I love the way that the small feels. This also has an ambi mag release, which is good. When I was in the Marine Corps and I was qualling with the Beretta 92, as it is in the civilian world, or the M9, what I found myself doing is I would have to flip my mag release because the grip on the Beretta was so large that I would have to completely like reposition my hand in order to manipulate the mag release. So what I would do is I would flip it, and then I would use my middle finger to depress the mag release. So this being ambi is great because I don't have to switch it. So this will be my competition gun. And so we're gonna, already have an idea of what I want to do Cerakote wise for this and the rifle for those competitions, and they're gonna fit in with the Marine Barbella theme. So I'm hoping get this new sprayer gun, and it'll work well, and I can get this done. For this one, I also got, well, first off, this came with two 17s and a 20 round mag. So in the box as well, I can convert one of these 17 round mags to a 20 round because it comes with the extension and the plate to extend and give you those extra 3 rounds. And then, I mean, I think this thing looks pretty cool with the extended mag. It just looks badass to me, I guess. So then I went and got the Holosun 507C, which is going to get mounted on top of this. And then on the rail, I'm going to mount the Holosun PID. I did test this out yesterday with the next gun that I'm going to show you, because I got a light for home protection, because that way I can identify my target in the middle of the night, rather than just shooting and end up accidentally hurting somebody that I love. But yeah, so this is going to get the optic mounted, and then the light will go under, and then I just got to find a holster. From what I understand with the PID, if you buy a holster that fits the X300 or the TLR1, it should fit in that holster. So I'm hoping to possibly find that out here in the near future. But I love this thing, the aggressive serrations on it and everything. I'm super excited, hopefully in the next week or two, to take this out and shoot it, and get a feel for it, because I have not shot a full-size handgun since I left the Marine Corps, and the last thing I shot was the M18, which is the P320. So I'm super excited to take this out and try it out. So my rifle for competition, take a guess of what it possibly is the Springfield Armory St. Victor. So this is obviously the full size. This one unfortunately has the B5 Systems furniture. I am not a fan of it. Some people like it. I just find it to be cheap. I mean, the grip is like open, and I don't know, I don't like it. So I'm hoping in the near future. I did buy a mag pull grip. I'm going to try it. We're going to see how it feels. If I don't like it, thankfully at work I can order the grip that I want. I also am not a fan of the stock. This is the B5 SOP mod stock. So it has, and this is cool if you need it. It has on the sides these two little storage compartments, so you open them up and you can put cleaning rods or whatever. For us Marines, we can put our crayons in there and have something to snack on later. The blue ones happen to be my favorite. But I'm not a fan of it. It's kind of on the heavy side. I already took it off at one point just to see how it would feel, and it does feel significantly lighter without this stock on it. So I think I'm possibly just going to go with the BCM stock and grip on this. And then I'm either going to take the vertical foregrip off of my other rifle and put it on this one, or I'm going to try an angled grip, because I think the angled grip might be better. For me, I have a messed up wrist, thanks to the Marine Corps. So trying to hold a rifle with my arm completely bent like this, I mean, it gets tiring. I did rifle qual in July last year, because I was still in the reserves at the time. So I went and did my rifle qual, and my wrist was killing me by the end of it because of having to hold the rifle and having my hand at that angle and that kind of weight on my wrist. I can't do it anymore. This one does have the flip up front and rear, and they are metal just like the other ones, and I love it. I'm also going to swap this one and do the Radian Raptor charging handle. It's an ambidextrous, and it's very easy to manipulate. Again, thanks to my work. I already got to test it out in a St. Victor, and it's really good. So I'm really excited to put that on here and test that out and see how that goes. And again, I have an idea of what I want to do with this one already, for color wise. Now, I don't know exactly if I'm going to spray like the entire handguard or if I'm going to do like the barrel, so that the barrel just kind of shows through, and then do some other pieces. Haven't decided on that yet. I just know what the theme and the color is going to be. But this thing is amazing. The only thing I've heard too, from somebody who has one, is to maybe swap out the muzzle brake, which I think for my competition that I want to do, I'm going to have to anyways, because they don't allow the muzzle brake to have the side ports on it. Because essentially, like, you can do the bird cage, which has the three lines or whatever, but they like the blast not to be diverted towards the people next to you, essentially, is how that works. So I'm probably going to swap the muzzle device out as well. And I haven't decided which one I want to go with, but I'll do some looking and see what I can get. And thankfully through my job, I can get that. So I forgot to mention the Echelon on the first line discount. I paid $5.10 for that, right around there. And then with this one, I want to say it was $8.70 something is what this is on the first line discount. I'm also blessed because I work on base that I don't pay tax. So I got these without having to pay tax. So that $509 that I paid for the Echelon is what I paid for it. I did not pay any more than that. So, and then this one, I got an optic yesterday for this. So I'm going to put the Firefield Rapid Strike on this, the 1-in-6. I'll have to look at it, but yeah, so that's going to go on this. I just got to find where to mount it and all that. And I'm super excited to really get these ready and be ready for my competition in the future. So we're going to start, pushing towards the workouts and stuff more too, and really get ready for this thing. So last but certainly not least, this is the one that I've actually been carrying more recently, and I actually really like it, and it does seem to fit in my holster better, which is strange, but I recently got the Springfield Armory Hellcat Pro. So this and the RDP, because of the compensator, the barrel length is 0.1 inch difference. But I love this thing. The grip is already fully extended. So this grip is about the same length as what the RDP or the micro is with the 15 round mag in it. And I mean, this thing, I love the way this thing feels. And I love the way it looks. It's amazing. I can't wait to try this one out as well. I did not get it with the optic on it because I have optics. So, I mean, literally I can take the Shield SMSC off of the micro and put it on here if I want to. And then this one came with one 15-round mag, which is the flush mag. So no extra there. And then it came with two 17s. And the 17 is a slight extension, which, I mean, I don't really necessarily need the extension unless you just need more ammo capacity. With this one, I'm also debating using this one for competition. The competitions I've done, I ended up with the Echelon because I figured you're shooting competition, depending on how far you're shooting, that people were using full-size pistols. So I thought, oh, let me get a full-size pistol because that makes sense. And then I found out that people are actually doing these competitions with the 43X and what was the other one? The FN Reflex. If you have not seen the FN Reflex, that is FN's new concealed carry, and I am amazingly impressed because it is smaller than this. Their gun is smaller than this. Shorter barrel. I'm pretty sure it's narrower, and the grip is shorter unless you put the extended mag in it, but the grip is also smaller than this, so it's not as big around. But that thing is smooth as hell. We have them in my store, and it amazes me because you have companies like Canik who came out with the MC9, and it is their concealed carry gun, and it's stiff. I'm not a fan. I don't hate Canik by any means, but their concealed carry, it's so stiff for the gun that it is, and it's bigger than the FN Reflex. But the Reflex is so smooth, and somebody was competing with it. So I was like, yeah, I want a Pro anyways. I basically have gotten together the collection that I want currently. I have one more to add. It's not a Springfield, as shocked as you probably are right now. I have one more to add to my collection, and then I'm probably done for a while until I decide to build an AR of my own, because I do someday want to build an AR. But these are all amazing. Like I said, with this one, the Echelon and the St. Victor, the full length, I'm super excited to try them out. The others, I have shot all of them. Unfortunately, my St. BCM, I've only shot about 30 rounds through it. The St. Victor, I think, has about 60 rounds through it. I put a mag through, and then another kid in my unit put a mag through it. And then my RDP has had, I think, about 60 rounds as well, that was all me, and it was great, and I absolutely loved it. So, any guesses as to who my favorite is? I do have another manufacturer that is creeping their way into my heart, but we will cover that on another video. And then here in the future, I will be doing a video to break down each one of these, kind of the perks, the different ways you can get them, the different things you can do to them, and then give you some updates on some of the modifications that I'm going to make to these ones myself. And the Hellcat Pro, I did forget to mention, I paid $500 for that one, so $499. Again, on that first line discount. So if you're a first responder and you like Springfield Armory and you want their stuff, I highly suggest to find a first line dealer near you. If not, I believe you can reach out to Springfield Armory and they will send it to an FFL for you. I don't remember. It might be Glock that does that. I know Glock does it. But getting them on a first line discount, in my opinion, I do my best when I bring these Springfields into my store. I do my best to get them at the first line discount, because as first responders, like, we deserve that, So Unfortunately, with the first two Saints I purchased, I was not aware of the first line discount. It was something I discovered when I decided to buy the RDP, and I wish I had discovered it sooner. But $8.50 for the first Saint that I have wasn't bad at all. That's actually right now, even on the first line discount, that's about what they're running for anyways, if not more. And then the Victor pistol, I paid, I think, about $1,200 for it, because like I said, I bought that during COVID. I found it online, and I found it online for a good deal. From what I've seen on Springfield's website, I can't even find them at this point. So I think that Springfield has done away with them altogether. They do still have the SBRs, but as far as those, I was not able to find them as of yesterday. So I might have a little bit of a gem on my hands. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope that you will subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, hit the bell so that you know when this stuff's coming up, share the video, whatever the case is, so that you can see the rest of my content and see when I do some more stuff. I'll be doing more breakdowns of these weapons specifically, and then doing some videos as far as concealed carry and things like that. I will suggest for holsters, this is Everyday Kydex. These are great. I bought this for my RDP, and it fits. I mean, it's not too bad. It's a little loose, but of course this does have retention, so I can adjust it. I just haven't yet, because my plan was to Cerakote this, and actually now I'm realizing it's looser than it was, and that's probably because when I bought the Hellcat Pro, I decided to try it in this holster. So I put it in, and this actually fits way better than the RDP does. I figured with them, the barrel length being a very minor difference, that it wouldn't be a problem, and sure enough, it is not. It actually fits a little snug. Well, it didn't help that I was squeezing on the, there we go, I was squeezing on the retention piece. So it's actually worked out really well to have actually a holster for both, and all I have to do is tighten this down if I want to use it for the RDP. But this is the one I've been carrying lately, because I really like it, and I like the way it feels. I like the way it conceals. So just remember, Everyday Kydex. This one has the mod wing on it to push it into your body. It has 2 different sizes of wing for you, and then it can be canted, and these are custom molded for whatever gun you're purchasing. They have so many different, dear Lord, what are they called? Different prints. I did mine plain gray because I am planning to Cerakote this one myself, but I will be buying holsters from them in the future. If I could actually get a level 2 duty holster for the Echelon from them, that would be great, if you guys are listening. So yeah, I truly love this. If you haven't noticed my banner in the background already, Juggernaut Energy. If you find me on social media anywhere, so my Instagram, Marine Barbella Company or Marine Barbella Gaming, there is a link. Go to Juggernaut Energy and order you some energy through them. You get a 10% off discount if you use the link. If you don't use the link and you go to Juggernaut Energy, use code Marine Barbella to get your 10% off. I also don't currently have any in here with me, but Blackout Coffee Company. They are a 2A friendly coffee company. They make amazing coffee. I have the Banana Foster and the Cinnamon French Toast right now. If you go again to my social media, find my link tree, you can go to Blackout Coffee Company, use my link, and you get 20% off